Hi Dollar Divas, welcome to Behind the Vanity. I'm Jessica. So today's video is a Dollar Tree holiday makeup look. Kind of a soft glam, classic holiday makeup look. And it is the one that I'm wearing. I did do another holiday makeup look. It's kind of like a super glam, super glittery, affordable makeup look, kind of using drugstore products. I'll have it linked down below. Before we get into today's video, go ahead and make sure you hit that subscribe button because it helps me and my channel out so very much, and it'll bring more content like this to you. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming on back. I'm gonna show you how I got this makeup look using all Dollar Tree makeup and almost all Dollar Tree makeup brushes as well. I tried to make it as Dollar Tree as I could. So if that sounds good to you, definitely keep on watching. So I went ahead and put on my eyebrows, and I just used one of my favorite eyebrow products, the LA Colors Brow Pencil. This is in dark brown. So I am gonna clean up my eyebrows with concealer on camera, and it is the only product not from the Dollar Tree, but it is from Shop Miss A. It is their AOA Studio Pawpaw Liquid Concealer, and I have the shade Buff. This is an amazing concealer, and it's like $1.55. But I'm gonna use this brush here from the Dollar Tree. I use this for cleaning up my eyebrows, but I may have overdone it. We'll see. We'll try to save it for later, if anything. Usually for this purpose, I use the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear. If you are new to my channel and don't know that, that is normally what I use to clean up my eyebrows with. But this works really good as well. You just want like a nice concealer that has some good coverage. I like all my concealer to be kind of a little lighter than my skin. I like to brighten under my eyes with it. I like to do this with my eyebrows. And so I just like to have my concealer be lighter than my skin, kind of for every purpose. And then this brush is not from the Dollar Tree, but it is my e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush, and I'm just gonna kind of blend that in. I think I am also gonna put some on my eyelids as well. I've been using an eyeshadow primer, but since I don't really have a dollar eyeshadow primer, I'm just gonna kind of go ahead and do this. So for eyes, I want this to be a very classic, soft, kind of glam look that would just be perfect for any holiday gathering. So I'm gonna use this LA Colors Trio. This is in Orchid. And I think I'm gonna use all three shades. We'll see, that is my goal. So I'm gonna use another Wet n Wild eyeshadow brush from the Dollar Tree. And I'm gonna go into that light shade and just kind of go all over my lid. I don't know how much it'll do. I find doing this doesn't really do a whole lot. For me and my eyelids, you may feel a little differently with yours, but it doesn't tend to do a lot. I find it to be usually an unnecessary step, but we'll do it to say we did. I have a lot of like specialty kind of brushes from the Dollar Tree. Like I have all these different types of brushes that I use for like detail and precision and all that stuff, and nothing really for like a good all over. This one's a little bit better probably for concentrating, so I'm gonna use like a really good like all over brush that is not from the Dollar Tree, because I do want to give this look a completely fair shot and use some of my regular brushes, but I'm gonna use as much as I can from the Dollar Tree. So I'm just gonna use this all over shadow brush right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and dip into this middle shade right here. It's like a medium taupe and it's matte, so it's a really good kind of all over shade, especially into the crease. Like I said, I'm wanting this to kind of be soft. I just did an affordable eye makeup look, kind of using drugstore makeup, and eventually I'm wanting to do a high-end one as well. But the one that I did, it was a bit much. It was very, very dramatic, very bold, lots of glitter, kind of a smoky, glittery eye. And so I'm wanting this to be really kind of soft glam, very traditional. Now I'm gonna use that other brush and kind of concentrate it up into the crease just a little bit more. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on a coat of mascara right now just to have under my false lashes. This is just the LA Colors Wowie Lash with the curved brush. And I just finished up one and I liked, it was the Hourglass volume. It came in like a teal container just like this, but it was teal. And I liked it better than I like this, honestly. I don't really like this brush. I feel like I can't get it to the corner of my lashes, but it doesn't really matter too much. I just use mascara pretty much for under my lashes, so it is not the end of the world. Of course, you could just use your favorite mascara here if you were not gonna use false lashes. Next, I'm gonna put liquid liner, and this is a hard candy one that I found at the Dollar Tree earlier this year. They also have LA Colors felt tip liquid liners too, so of course any liquid eyeliner, and also the one that comes on a brush. And I'm sure Shop Miss A has a good one as well, although I have not tried one, but I'm sure they have a good one. So this is the Hard Candy Stroke of Gorgeous, and it's an Anchor, so it's a really dark gray or charcoal, but it really comes across as black on the eye, which is fabulous. And I want to do like a really nice wing. So on the end here, this is like a shimmery taupe, and it seems to be a little bit darker than the middle shade, even though it's a little bit shimmery. Here, I'll kind of swatch and show you. And I'm gonna use that to kind of smoke out the eye very softly, kind of on the outer and into the crease. I think this is my first time really kind of working with this palette like exclusively. So I'm gonna start with my all over brush and just kind of see what it does. And then I may concentrate it a little bit more. Now I'm gonna go in with that other brush here and make it a little bit more concentrated. So we're gonna do more with shadow and some highlighting, but I'm gonna move on to lashes next. And I'm gonna crack open a brand new pair of Ionis. These are the extra long, wispy, dramatic, and they are just gorgeous. Mine usually need to be trimmed a little bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So that's all I do is I just trim a little bit off the inside of the lash. So to get them even, I just take the little piece of lash off the first lash and I stick it onto the other lash, and then I just trim where that is, and they end up exactly the same. And then another good trick for a new pair of lashes, I like to go like this and kind of roll them like that. I don't know if I've ever shared that trick with you. You just kind of go like that, and it kind of rounds them a little bit so they fit your eye better, especially when they're brand new. So I'm gonna use the LA Colors Lash Adhesive. I just finished up a tube of this, and this is now my second one. So I'm gonna apply my lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, so lashes are on. I'm not sure they're completely dry yet, but we are gonna move on. So as usual in my videos, before I finish the rest of the eyes, I'm gonna move on to the face. So for foundation is something that I've talked about a lot, and you've probably seen once on my channel, but I haven't really used it very much, but it's the Sassy Plus Chic Moisturizing Foundation I wear medium. I love the BB cream. If you've been on this channel for any length of time, you know I love the BB cream. I like the Sassy Plus Chic face products so far better than the LA Colors face products. So I'm just gonna apply this and then use my Sassy Plus Chic blender sponge to blend it in. And it is damp. I really like the blender sponge too. I think for $1 you can't beat it. A lot of people don't seem to care for them all that much, but I really like them. So I hope everybody is doing well. As I'm doing this video right now, I am actually in quarantine. I had a positive exposure to the COVID, and so I am awaiting my test results. I feel fine, but I am awaiting my results. So until I get a result, I am in quarantine, and I had it done the day before yesterday, so I'm hoping to find out tomorrow or Sunday and go from there. As you know, yeah, you know, preaching to the choir. It's all just incredibly frustrating, you know. That's really good, very good coverage, and the medium shade is just perfect for me. Doesn't feel quite as tacky as the BB cream. I feel like the BB cream is really, really, really tacky, but this doesn't seem quite as bad. So now we're gonna go in with concealer, and I'm just gonna go back to that Shop Miss A Paw concealer. And I'm gonna blend it with my e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. Probably in my whole collection, this is like my current favorite concealer. It's really very, very good. I just used up a concealer in my last Empties video. I will have my Empties playlist linked down below. I'll also have my Dollar Tree makeup and haul playlist linked down below so you can watch more videos like this if Dollar Tree makeup is your thing. But yeah, it was really exciting. I had been working on it for a while. It was a real concealer, and a little bit of it went a long way. It was a really good, awesome drugstore concealer. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to contour, and I'm gonna reluctantly use this contour kit. It's the LA Colors Contour, and this is in tan. And I've mentioned that this is not I did a video where it was like a buy this instead of that Dollar Tree edition, and this was not my choice as far as contour goes at the Dollar Tree, but I'm gonna use it today. I'm gonna give it another try. This is what we do. So again, a brush from the Dollar Tree, just one of these Wet n Wild blush brushes, and I'm gonna use it for the dark contour. I feel like the holidays, you kind of need contour because, you know, it can be a little dramatic, you know. You might not want to wear contour for your summer makeup, but I think this is like the perfect time. If you're afraid to use contour and you want to find a good time to start, I would say the holidays, for sure, because you can be glam and all that good stuff, so it's a good time to start trying, I feel. Actually, I am liking this. I did purchase this, I believe, in the summertime, and when I was more tan, I didn't really like the shade of this. I felt like it was too taupey. I'm really liking this right now. You know, my mind can be changed. It can. I'm never against my mind being changed about something. So I'm gonna do the light contour after blush, and I'm gonna do something that I don't normally do, and that's skip the bronzer. I never skip bronzer usually. But the reason is because I found this really beautiful Color Mates blush. This is in Sun-Kissed Tan. And it's almost like a cross between a blush and a bronzer. I just think it's such a beautiful shade. And I think with the contouring, it'll be really pretty on the cheeks. And I think this will just end up being a really pretty holiday look. Very soft, very glamorous, pretty look. So I'm just gonna go in with that blush. So I'm gonna take another Wet n Wild blush brush from the Dollar Tree and just kind of swirl, and I'm gonna try to go light-handed. This is my second one of these blushes, and the one I have is in like a mauve, and I love it. It's really pretty, and you get a lot for your money. Definitely, I think a little bit better maybe than the LA Colors, because you do get a bigger pan size, and I love the quality. This is a gorgeous shade. I don't always see it. I don't know if it's new or if I've just skipped over it. That is a gorgeous shade. That did exactly what I wanted it to do. Beautiful. Oh, stunning, stunning, stunning. That may be my new favorite blush from the Dollar Tree, honestly. So now I'm gonna go in with the light contour, and I'm gonna use this kind of dry powder sponge to do that. And I'm just gonna kind of highlight my jawline. Okay, so we get some contour, looking good, loving it so far. So I'm gonna do setting powder and then highlighter. So I'm gonna use one of my favorite products from the Dollar Tree. It's the LA Colors setting powder. This is in Light. Also in my empties last month, I used up a setting powder, and that was really, really exciting. It was actually an LA Colors loose setting powder. And I'm just gonna go ahead and use a brush and just kind of dust this lightly on my T-zone and under my eyes. Hold on one second, I'm gonna introduce you to somebody real quick. She hates to be picked up, but she came into the room, and I just wanted you guys to say hello to Sophia. Sophia, she does not like it, so I'm gonna go ahead and let her go. I know you see her in the background all the time, but bless her heart. Okay, I'm gonna let her go. I'm gonna let her go. It's 19 pounds of fun. Thank you, Sophia. She's such a good sport. She literally snorts like a pig. It's the funniest thing. Okay, so for highlighter, I'm gonna use, highlighters from the Dollar Tree are amazing. I'm gonna use the LA Colors highlight. This is in Glow Time. I use Shine Bright quite a bit, and I don't use this one quite as much. This one's like a champagne highlighter, and I just thought it would be perfect for today's look. Because I feel like today's kind of a cool toned look overall, so I think this one would be really pretty, and it'll help me show this highlighter a little bit of love as well. And I got this little fan brush by e.l.f. at the Dollar Tree pretty recently, and it's perfect for this purpose. Just kind of a light highlight. Man, if you can't use highlight at Christmas time, I don't know when you can use it. It's like the perfect time of year. Again, if you don't contour normally or use highlighter, Christmas and the holidays is like the perfect time. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the eyes and kind of finish them up. So for the inner part of my eye, I'm gonna use something I haven't used in a while. It's the LA Colors Shimmering Loose Powder. This is in Honeysuckle, and people just love these from the Dollar Tree. For $1, you can't beat it. They're a little messy because the packaging isn't the greatest thing in the world, but look at how beautiful that is. Just shimmery and gorgeous. They have several shades. I've got Snow White and Honeysuckle, but they have like a purple, they have a gold, they've got like a pink, they get all different shades. So I'm gonna use some of this. My container is a mess. I'm not gonna lift it up and show you what a mess it is, but it is a mess. But I'm gonna use this Sassy Plus Chic brush, and I'm gonna just kind of put some on my brush, and I may spray my brush as well. I don't have a setting powder at the moment from the Dollar Tree, but LA Colors does make a setting powder that I have used and really liked. And I'm gonna go kind of on the inner half of my lid to add a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of shimmer. For my inner corner and under my brow bone, I'm gonna go into that same highlighter. I'm gonna use like a precision brush to go into my inner corner, and I'm gonna dip right into that highlighter pretty thick. I like to go kind of overboard with this type of thing. And then I'm gonna spray and get that innermost corner, even a little bit underneath the eye. Just makes for a beautiful, beautiful highlight. And then I'm just gonna take like a little flat brush. You just use whatever works for you and go into that same shade. I'm not gonna spray the brush, and I'm just gonna go under my brow bone. So I'm gonna line my waterline with some pencil eyeliner, and I'm just gonna use the LA Colors Auto Liner in black. Me and this liner have come to an understanding. It's not that bad. It really isn't. I didn't like it for the longest time, and the last couple times I've tried it, it really hasn't been that bad. So I'm gonna take some of this into my waterline. So last but not least are the lips. And I've got a couple products from the Dollar Tree that I could use. And I'm a little undecided on which one I want to use, but I've got some LA Colors lip products. Two of the Velvet Lip Mousses. One is in Rhapsody, one is in Whipped. Then I've got the LA Plump Gloss. This is in Swell. think I'm gonna use whipped, but really any 3 of those would look great. Since I don't have a lip liner really that I would like to use for today's look, I'm gonna outline my lips. Now that I have that shade in Whipped on, I'm gonna use the other shade, Rhapsody, which is like a berry. That way, I don't know, that way it has a little bit of depth. And what the heck, I'm gonna go ahead and just top it with some gloss too, since we're, since we're doing it and everything. Of course, you don't have to do all 3 of these colors. I'm just playing, so I think that made a beautiful lip shade. So as you can see, you don't have to spend a lot of money to get a beautiful holiday makeup look, especially with things being the way they are right now. If money is tight, just go to your local Dollar Tree and pick up some stuff if you're needing to revamp your makeup kit for some makeup to kind of spruce up your holiday makeup routine and just have fun with it. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.